Hello and welcome to Allotment Diaries. This is episode 17 and we're at that point of the year where most of the plants have gone over. The frost came this week, which meant the tender plants such as dahlias pretty much turned to mush. But I know because I'm living in the south, I probably won't need to dig up those tubers, because as long as the frosts don't get to the tubers which are underground, just by adding an extra layer of mulch or compost, then they'll be fine over winter. But there's still some stuff that is growing, which means I can still take home a few bits for dinner, like the cabbages, the mini leeks, the chilies that are still in the greenhouse. And it won't be long before I can start cutting these lettuce in here too. During winter, I don't just use my greenhouse for vegetables and herbs. I keep my geraniums in here too to keep them away from the frost and the snow. I always make sure I've got some bubble wrap to hand though, so that I can wrap them. Weather is forecast for being really, really cold. I also plant up some dwarf tete-a-tete daffodil bulbs in pots, and I look forward to seeing some early colour from them in the new year. This time of year, there's nothing I love more than pottering around in the greenhouse. I'll often have a podcast on, and keeping it garden themed, I love to listen to the long running BBC staple Gardener's Question Time. And that's where I first heard this tip about growing garlic indoors to flavour winter meals. So here's what you do. You take a whole bulb of garlic, separate it into cloves, place the cloves root side down in a shallow dish or saucer, then add just enough water to cover the very bottom of the cloves. You don't want to submerge them. Put the dish on a bright windowsill and leave them to do their thing. Within days they'll start to send up fresh green shoots. Then you can snip these and use them just like chives to garnish soup, pasta dishes, salads. They just add a little burst of freshness to all those winter meals. Come back next month to see how mine get on. And I'm not just growing garlic indoors. These bulbs here have been treated specifically for planting outside in the ground. So just a word of advice, never use garlic you've bought from the supermarket for growing in the ground, because one, they haven't been treated for disease, so you could introduce viruses to your soil, and two, they might not be suited to our climate, so simply might not grow very well. So outside I separate the cloves, I make holes in the soil, pop a clove into each one with the root side down and the pointy tip up. I cover them over and then leave them be. It's similar with the onion sets. These will be going in too, but I leave the very tips just poking above the surface. With both the onions and the garlic, I make sure to keep them weed free, feed them in spring, and then by summer I'll be harvesting them. I'm already thinking ahead to next summer and have started ordering my seeds. You may remember from last year that I'm a member of Garden Organic. They run the Heritage Seed Library. So as a member, I get to choose 6 different varieties each year. My order is on its way and I'm particularly looking forward to trying these. They're the drought-tolerant lettuce, Fior de Chêne, which means oak leaf. And if next summer is anything like this one, it will be perfect. Although, of course, as we all well know, no 2 years are ever the same. I'm also excited about Ying's Lab Lab bean and growing a cherry tomato called Pink Cherry. But before I get carried away for planning next year, there's still some jobs that need to be done on the allotment, like covering the beds with compost. So I'd better get on with that. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again next time, when I'll be reviewing some of the books, old and new, that I've found really useful over the years. And if you'd like to get in touch, just drop a comment below. So see you then, take care and happy gardening.